We start with the massive Apple situation. Apple has agreed to pay a staggering $250 million to settle a class action lawsuit regarding claims that it misled customers about the new Apple Intelligence and Siri features. We're talking about the iPhone 16 launch and the iPhone 15 models, where buyers felt they were promised a smarter, more personal Siri that wasn't quite there. Find out if you might be eligible for a slice of that settlement and what you need to do right now. Next up, and tells us more about where investment capital is flowing in the current economic climate. We break down the implications of this big acquisition for the sector. And finally, a major safety win in Ohio. Kettering, Ohio, has secured $1.7 million from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development to tackle lead hazards in homes. Planning and Development Director Tom Rabia confirmed these funds will specifically target lead-based paint removal in homes with children under 6. Stay tuned for more breaking news, and don't forget to subscribe for your daily update. Apple has agreed to a substantial $250 million settlement to resolve a class action lawsuit alleging that the company misled customers regarding the capabilities of new Apple Intelligence and Siri features across its iPhone lineup. The legal action centered on marketing campaigns surrounding the iPhone 16 launch and certain iPhone 15 models, which were promoted as being ready for Apple's next generation of artificial intelligence integration. The core of the lawsuit claims that Apple promoted a significantly smarter, more personal Siri, one capable of contextual understanding and cross-app functionality, before these advanced features were actually available. Plaintiffs argued that consumers made upgrade decisions based on the expectation that these AI capabilities would be present with new devices, leading to disappointment when the expected overhaul was delayed or incomplete. Apple has officially denied any wrongdoing, but accepted the settlement to move forward. The proposed $250 million fund is intended to compensate eligible U.S. buyers of specific models with claims. Eligible customers are expected to receive a minimum of $25 per qualifying device, with the payout potentially reaching up to $95 per device, depending on final settlement factors. The settlement specifically covers U.S. buyers of the iPhone 16, iPhone 16 Plus, iPhone 16 Pro, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and iPhone 16e, as well as the iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max, purchased between June 10, 2024 and March 29, 2025. For those who purchased a covered device, the next step involves monitoring email and mail for official notices regarding the settlement. The report cautions consumers to be vigilant against phishing attempts. Legitimate notices will not request sensitive information like passwords or bank login details. This legal case highlights a broader industry challenge: the rapid marketing of AI features. The incident underscores the need for tech companies to provide clear, precise timelines for feature rollouts, ensuring consumers understand what functionality is available immediately versus what is slated for future updates. The settlement serves as a reminder that when consumers invest in premium devices based on future technological promises, transparency regarding current capabilities is paramount. Rare disease drug maker Kamada Limited has reported its first quarter 2026 financial results, showing solid operational performance while reaffirming its full-year guidance. The company announced Q1 2026 revenues of $45.2 million, marking a 3% increase year-over-year, and adjusted EBITDA of $11.6 million, achieving a robust 26% margin. Net income for the quarter rose 4% year-over-year to $4.1 million. CEO Amir London stated that while a temporary shipment delay affected first-quarter results, underlying demand for key products, including Kedrab registered in the U.S. and Kamrab registered and Varizig registered in other markets, continues to increase, bolstering confidence for the remainder of 2026. Kamada has officially reiterated its 2026 annual guidance, projecting total revenues between $200 million and $205 million, and adjusted EBITDA between $50 million and $53 million. Management highlighted strategic focus areas for 2026, emphasizing the expansion of its 6 FDA-approved specialty plasma-derived products, growth in the distribution segment through new biosimilar launches in Israel and expansion into the MENA region, and the ramp-up of plasma collection operations at its 3 FDA-approved Texas-based plasma centers to enhance vertical integration. Financially, the company recorded a cash balance of $73.1 million as of March 31, 2026. Management noted a lower 42% gross margin for the quarter, signaling an area for future focus as the company tracks margin recovery. Despite the solid operational results and reaffirmed guidance, the stock experienced a notable negative market reaction, declining 7.47% following the announcement. Trading volume was elevated at 2 times the average, suggesting increased selling activity. Analysts noted a divergence in peer performance, with some peers showing gains, indicating the market reaction appears stock-specific rather than a broad sector trend. Kamada's Q1 2026 report fits a pattern of consistent execution, building on record results from 2024 and 2025, and maintaining a trajectory of growing revenues and profitability. Daily Investment Firm has completed the sale of an overseas steelmaker for $100 million, according to reporting from Crane's Chicago business. The transaction marks a significant move in the international industrial sector, signaling ongoing activity in global asset management and mergers and acquisitions within the heavy industry space. The deal underscores the firm's strategic focus on international investments and sector-specific acquisitions. Kettering, Ohio, has secured $1.7 million from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development to implement a comprehensive plan aimed at mitigating lead hazards and enhancing home health safety for residents. The funding, allocated through the Lead Hazard Reduction Grant and Healthy Homes Grant programs, will be deployed to proactively identify and remediate lead-based paint hazards within local housing stock. The initiative specifically targets homes where children, particularly those under the age of 6, reside or are frequently visited. Tom Rabia, the city's planning and development director, emphasized the impact of the grant, stating, "These grant funds give Kettering the ability to directly assist families, improve the safety of our housing stock, and ensure healthier futures." City officials have confirmed that priority will be given to low and moderate-income households and families with children under 6. The focus is on addressing lead-based paint, a prevalent concern in homes constructed before 1978. Lead dust, released when paint chips or degrades, poses a significant inhalation risk to young children. The health implications of lead exposure are severe. According to the Ohio Department of Health, even minor exposure can lead to learning and behavioral problems because lead interferes with the body's iron and calcium levels, ultimately impacting the nervous system. The department highlights that children under 6 are most vulnerable due to their developing bodies and increased absorption of lead. Furthermore, the risk extends to pregnant women and can have lifelong effects on a child's development.